Hello and welcome to Everhot. Today we're celebrating the launch of our fantastic new colour mushroom, which we have behind me here in the form of a 120i. Because we're launching mushroom, we're going to be celebrating by cooking 3 mushroom themed dishes. The first one, which is in our new cookbook, is the mushroom leek and chicken pie. Let's get started. Okay, so here we have the ingredients pre-prepared. What we have is diced chicken, some sliced chestnut mushrooms. We have some chicken stock, some bacon lardons, which I've just diced, some shredded leek, flour and butter we're going to make into a sauce. This is the roux, egg for the brushing of the pastry, and our lined pastry tin. We're going to roast it in the top oven for 45 minutes to an hour until golden brown, and it's a really simple dish. Super excited to get it going. So let's start off with frying the chicken. Okay, so now that we have sauteed all the main ingredients, the next stage is to make a simple white sauce. This involves melting down some butter and cooking some flour in the butter, which is known as a roux. So let's just start that now. So simply add your butter, let it melt. We're then going to fold in the flour, cook the flour in the butter, and then slowly add our milk and chicken stock to a nice creamy consistency. We're then going to add that back to our main filling, and then that's the sauce and filling done. So let's just let this butter melt. And we're just going to go in with plain flour, equal quantities of butter to flour, which is really important. And then we're just going to stir the flour into the butter until it forms basically a solid mass. Like so, and then we're going to go in with milk. Now, when you're adding your liquids, do it gradually in small amounts. And what will happen is it'll thicken up every time. But if you added all the liquid in at once, you'd have lumps. You just keep mixing, keep adding. Now that we've used the milk, we're going to move on to the chicken stock. Same idea, same process, just gradually add a little bit at a time. As you can see, it's starting to become a sauce now. And we're looking for quite a thick consistency because the chicken mix will leach juices out of itself into the sauce, which will thin the sauce down naturally. And we're just going to put a tablespoon, or should I say a teaspoon, of Dijon mustard in. Okay, so now we've made our filling. We've now chilled it down, which is really, really important. The reason why we want to chill the mixture down is because when we put it into the lined tin, if we didn't, it would actually start to melt the pastry, which would give us a really soggy bottom, which no one wants in a pie. So what we're going to do is going to simply pop it into the tin. And it has firmed up now that it has chilled. Make sure you get it into all the corners. As you can see. Pressing down just to give it a nice flat, even consistency. Like so. So now we're going to top the pie. So this is the ready rolled puff pastry. Basically it's a whole sheet that I've cut in half. One half I've used to line the tin. The second we're going to use as a top. So simply peel it off the grease proof, like so, and just stretch it and make sure we're getting all around the top. And we want to do this so it creates a seal. And we're going to crimp the edges using the fork. Okay, so now that I've crimped the outside of the pie, we're just going to prick it in the middle. This is really important because it's going to allow the steam to escape and keep the pastry nice and crisp. We've beaten 1 egg, just really, really simple, and we're just going to add a little bit of that onto the top and just gently mixing it in. And this will give the pastry a really nice golden sheen on the top as it's baking, and we're ready to go. So this is going to go into the main top oven on the bottom shelf, which is really important because the main heat source of the oven is in the bottom of the oven. That's where we want to place the pie. And we're going to cook that now for 45 to an hour until nice and golden crispy on the top. That's when we know it's ready. Then we're going to take it out, let it chill for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to slice it into a nice pie.